Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, if you're a return subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I go by Ri'LL King. In this video, guys, I want to talk about some of the things that I'm looking forward to when I go to Thailand. Now, I've watched a lot of videos, a lot of people that have done traveling and a lot of exciting things that they have actually encountered while traveling. And so I figured, you know what, I want to do an exciting video. So in this video, I want to talk about all the cool things that I'm looking forward to doing when I get to Thailand. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is eating. I love to eat, and Thai food is probably one of my top foods, guys. I love that kind of food. And being that I don't cook it here in the US, I figured, you know what? It's better just getting it authentically from the place where it's from. You know what I'm saying? And so I've seen all these videos where people are eating all the street food and stuff like that. And then they go to these restaurants, and I'm just like, gosh, man, it's like they be talking about the prices of these foods. And I'm just like, man, that's crazy. So I'm definitely looking to eat and try a whole lot of food. Now, being that I am Hebrew, there's a lot of foods that I cannot eat per the dietary laws. And so basically no seafood, shelled fish or anything like that. So shrimp, crab, lobster, nothing that is basically the easiest part about it is basically any fish that has scales on it, I can eat. So that's basically the kind of I guess, seafood type of, or poultry. That's what I would be eating, which is great. It's healthy. And then besides that, I can eat chicken and beef. I don't eat pork or anything like that. So there's plenty that I can eat. And of course, the different types of vegetables that they have out there, the bok choy, what else? The peas. I forgot those kind of peas called. But anyways, all kind of food. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying out a lot of the different types of food they have out there, guys. I was watching a video the other day, and there was a brother that had just moved to Thailand from H-Town. And they were looking inside his refrigerator, and I guess this guy cooks, or he knows how to cook, but he was saying basically that he didn't have much stuff inside the refrigerator because he was saying that the prices was kind of high. But he does a lot of eating out, the street food places, and I guess the Grab, which is like their equivalent of Uber Eats. And so one of the guys, the channel, he was like, well, it's cheaper to eat the street food anyways. But apparently it depends on the grocery store that you go get your groceries from. That also actually plays a factor as far as, how expensive or cheap the food is. But a lot of people that I see that on YouTube that are from America that travel to Thailand, I always see them eating, the street food a lot. I think most of them don't really have any decent amount of food inside their refrigerator, and they always say that they just apparently they don't have enough time to cook. So being that I do cook, but I cook American food, I'm not really I think Italian food I can cook pretty good, some dishes, but I don't have a big wide variety of ethnical foods that I can eat, that I can cook. So I am going to be at the whim of this country's food and style and taste and stuff like that, which I'm excited. There's different, like I said, I said produce, forgot to mention the fruit. I love fruit, and I know that part of the world has a lot of delicious fruits, a lot of fruits that we don't even get here in the States. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that's definitely going to be probably my first thing I'm looking forward to when I get to Thailand. Now, it all depends on when I get there, what part of the day, type of day I get there. If it's going to be the evening, then obviously just eating and then relaxing, taking in the different smelling air, the scenery and stuff like that, where I'll be staying and everything, you know. I definitely am going to take advantage of, you know, the good scenery out there, which I hear everybody talking about. And that's obviously if you're going to be living in the higher floor of a condo or whatever. And that's definitely what I do plan on doing. I like seeing the skyline, the sky views and stuff like that. It's very beautiful. And that also calls for some good footage as well. So just taking all that in, setting up, chilling, possibly outside on my balcony or whatever, you know, drinking a little bit and hopefully smoking a good cigar. So that's probably, that sounds like a good evening, a prelude to the, you know, to going to bed and stuff like that, you know, eating something and just kind of chilling, taking it all in. What I don't believe I will be doing, guys, is I don't see myself doing a lot of American type things. Like, I don't want to be eating American food, like going to McDonald's or KFC, which I see a lot of YouTubers do that. To each his own, but I don't like American food like that. One, to be doing that, like, man, you're in a different country with way better food. Why are you looking for McDonald's or a KFC? Why are you trying to eat chicken, fried chicken, bro? Like, come on, like, nobody cares about the, you know, the stereotype or whatever. So I'm not looking to eat any American food or do American things, except possibly the sports. I love basketball, so I'll most likely be tuning in for, you know, to watch, you know, those kind of sports and stuff like that. The music is another thing that I don't think I'll be shaking. So those things I'll be carrying with me. Why not? You know what I mean? But all the other stuff, you know what I mean? Like the ways of life, it's going to be a more chilled environment to be in. And so not having, oh my gosh, guys, not having to worry about getting stuff took. So I was thinking about this earlier today because I'm like, well, my bicycle, I got a pretty expensive bike, and I'm just like, well, while I'm here, I need to worry about, or at least consider getting insurance on my bike with theft protection, because it's like, I get it. Like, my bike sticks out like a sore thumb because of the color, and I'm going to be adding more different things to my bike to kind of stand out and, you know, to kind of boost the color schemes and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that video, guys. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be doing that. I got to order the different parts. But I'm just like, okay, I got this bright bike, it sticks out, but I want to ride it. I want to enjoy my bike. And so I don't want to just be like, right now I don't ride my bike as much for a few different reasons that I won't have to worry about in Thailand. So that's going to be a good thing. But while I'm here, it's just like, I got to worry about, like, the area that I live in. It's not the most ideal area. And even with a very cheap bike that I had before I got this one, my bike almost got taken off the bus. I've never even seen that before, but it's just like somebody almost took my bike off the bus. And if it wasn't for the bus driver that kind of like, you know, and they were already stopped, but it's just like, man, like, it's the area predominantly. And I've seen other people have their really nice expensive bikes on the bus without no problems. I don't know if maybe other people don't see them as that expensive because they don't look it, but mine obviously does look very kind of, it stands out, you know, it just does. And so I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I got to get insurance. But then I want to ride my bike. I want to take my bike to different places, like besides here. So what I could do is there's a little taxi service that actually still operates, and they have like vans, and so I could actually get one of them, put my bike in that, and then I can go to wherever I need to go to. That way I can avoid the buses in this area. Now buses there's other buses in like the nicer neighborhoods that I'll be fine if I need to take a bus over in that area to do that. But these are the things that you got to worry about. At least I do in America. Now that same bike in Thailand, it won't be a problem. And so I'm just like, I love the idea that I'll be going to a place that is worry-free. So all those things that I do here in America, I won't have to be worried about in Thailand. And that's beautiful. The attitudes, you know what I mean? It's going to be so different, you know, so I'm definitely looking forward to all of that. So yeah, just the peace of mind of being able to ride my bike along the different, you know, biking trails and stuff like that, pathways that they have out there. It's going to be it's going to be something that I'm very much looking forward to, guys. I really am serious about that. You know, like I really like my bike. It's a cool bike. It's a smooth bike, and just being on my bike, like my skateboard, is just like, it's a peace of mind. So to be able to ride it and in a place where it's really beautiful, I've never been before, have different discoveries, man. Like, I'm gonna be taking my equipment with me to get some footage and stuff like that, and get, you know, take photos. Like, it's wonderful. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And then, so I am also looking forward to seeing the different infrastructures. I like buildings. I don't know why, but they're interesting to me. And then just seeing in the videos what Thailand looks like, you know, I'm just like, man, I'm sure in person it's going to look way better, you know. And just seeing, like I said, just seeing all the different infrastructures, the buildings, and just how high tech they are, they look and stuff like that. And then being able to be in one of them, to live in one of them, is just like awesome. Like, man, I like that idea. I like the different amenities that will be in the places that will be available in the living quarters and stuff like that, which you just don't get here in America. Like, that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to, because, you know, to be keeping my fitness in order, you know, not having to worry about going somewhere, you know, traveling somewhere to work out or whatever. You have a gym right at your place. It's like something that I'm very, very excited about, and I'm definitely going to be looking into as far as for, you know, what I would like my place to have in it or whatever like that. That's definitely something that I want to have in my place and stuff like that. That and my pool, like, those are perfect, man. Like, I love to swim. I love to be in the water. And so, like, when I be seeing these videos, guys, I'm just like, man, I need that. I want that right there, because I love that. You know, I love all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, you know, just looking forward to, you know, just the interesting part of, and the fun part, and exciting part of finding my place. You know, I might make that into a video, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, this, all that kind of stuff, you know, because I saw a video, and I can't remember whose it was. It's so many of these moving to Thailand videos, but there was one female that had a video, and it was one thing that she showed that was like too cool. So the apartment, or the place where she lived, the building that she lived, outside it. So she took a tour on the outside, and attached or by the building with this little skate park, y'all. And before she even mentioned anything, I already knew it. Like, I know what a skate park looks like. But everything was colored. Like, it was all like just in these different, like, crazy, you know, like, shapes, but they were clearly skatable type things. Like, you had like different size ledges and like mini ramps. Like, it was dope. So I was like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? So, like, knowing that they build these kind of things there, it's like, I'm really excited, guys, just to start the journey of, you know, finding my place, you know, and just, you know, figuring out where, like, what vicinity and what area I want to live at, you know, because there's all these different options and stuff like that. And so, like, I'm really excited about that. As we get closer to the end of the year, I'm getting more and more excited and looking forward to that. So I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, like I said, you know, finding the place for me, and just, you know, that whole, everything that goes in, you know, along with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be an awesome feeling, guys. You know, for me, that's like an accomplishment, you know, like getting a nice place and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited about picking out the place where I want to stay and reside at. Okay, so besides that, I said food and drinks. And then I think the different places. So the exploring within the city, that's what I want, that I'm looking forward to. The different places to go shop at, shopping malls. Like here in America, malls are dead. So at least in most places anyways. But like I see these malls on the videos and I'm just like, gosh, I got everything there. Like I loved being in the mall when I was younger, when malls were still a big thing here in America. Like that was one of my favorite pastimes. The food there, just it had everything there. It was just a good place just to spend time. And so when I see these malls in the videos, and I'm just like, wow, they look super cool. They're super big too. Tons of different stores in there, and I'm just like, man, I want to check that out, you know. And just knowing that, you know, I'm not gonna be taking a lot of stuff with me because I can get stuff there. And so a lot of the stuff that I can get there, I would spend a ton of money here in America, and I do know that. And so it's like I'm really just trying to not put a lot of investment into stuff here when I can get it there. Like, you know, like there will be like now clothes and stuff like that. I may, obviously, I'm probably not going to be getting that there. But then again, I don't know. I don't know the kind of clothing shops they have there. But I will be taking just, you know, a good amount of clothes with me and stuff like that. Like clothes and shoes, I'll be taking that with me, at least for right now. And, well, obviously for right now. But I'm not going to wait till I get there to get it, you know. So, but yeah, so the mall's always a good place to go. You could find tons of different stores, you know. There's just a lot to do there. And what I've been seeing on the YouTube videos, they got like amusement parks and like different types of games and stuff like that, karaoke, and like it's like Dave and Buster's inside the mall. It's like stupid nice. Like what? And obviously you got the great places to eat. So you have all this stuff there. And I'm like, for me, that's visually taking it all in. Like that just is so cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out the malls there. Definitely, guys. Now, besides that, the animals and nature. Again, that's the kind of person I am. I love nature, the trees, different types of trees, plants, the smells of you know, of nature, the different flowers and things like that. Like I'm into all that, guys. And so that's what I'm definitely going to be wanting to experience. And one thing that I haven't had in my homes since I've been on my own is I never had plants in my home before. That's something I definitely will do differently when I get to Thailand. I definitely want to get some plants for my home, make it like really nice and festive and stuff like that. So having some on my balcony, you know, real cozy. But yeah, so definitely, you know, interested in seeing the different types of plants, trees, flowers, the different nature they have out there, the different birds and wildlife that they have wild out there. Like, man, that's going to be so cool. And so being that I used to stay in Colorado, in the mountains of Colorado, Steamboat Springs, and out there they have a lot of wildlife. They have foxes, you know, they have deer, antelope, you know, elk, moose, all that kind of stuff. And of course bears, black bears. And you see all those kind of animals out there at different times and stuff. But some of those animals, you know, you're told not, obviously, you know, not to get near them for obvious reasons and stuff, but you do see them. Different type of birds and stuff. And then the smell out there, being that it's, you know, in the mountains and it's so high altitude, like it's a different smell, and just everything about there is different than here in my city, in my state, stuff like that. And so, yeah, so just, you know, looking forward to, you know, just the different sceneries and stuff like that. Like I'm so into all that kind of stuff, guys. I'm definitely will be taking some photos and getting some good video footage of the different places that I check out, stuff like that, different insects and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's all fascinating to me, and so I definitely am looking forward to that as well. Let's see what else. So besides that, probably just the way about how the everyday goes, like the not the personalities, but the attitudes and just the being of people out there, just kind of seeing how all of that, you know, how that works, because I know how it is here in America, and even in certain areas in America, like here in the South, you know, we're considered more polite, you know, hospitable. We do, you know, we were raised to say please and thank yous, ma'am and no ma'ams, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, opening the doors, you know, the more courteous thing. But of course, in the East Coast, that's something that they are polar opposite of. They don't say please and thank you. They're more, you know, raspy and stuff like that. They yell at you and everything. And so it's different, you know, and that's all here in America. You know, you have different, but I think overall here in America, people's wayabouts are more on the hospitable side of things and not so much on the more rough side of things, like the East Coast, or at least New York is more mainly known for. So going to another country, you know, just kind of getting used to how, you know, apparently Thailand is considered the land of the smiles. So, you know, just how is my personality going to equate with others and all that. I will be learning the language, so I won't be not worried about that. But just, you know, communicating and just learning, you know, everyday situations there, how to ask for stuff, how to, you know, find out where I need to go and stuff like that. Like all of that is very exciting for me, and I'm definitely looking forward to that, guys. I think also I'm looking forward to the weather. I've heard some things about, you know, Thailand's weather, you know, rainy season and stuff like that, which is also something that I need to consider as far as when I when I move and where I go to and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I've heard some things about the weather. I like weather here in Texas, especially here in Houston, preferably. We get the more, I guess I would say, heavier weather as far as for Texas. We get more of the hurricanes, you know, the big storms, stuff like that. We get more of that here. And so, but I'm used to it. I'm used to living and being in hurricanes. They're pretty exciting for me, so it's different. So I've been in different types of, I've been in hurricanes, I've been in tornadoes, tropical storms, you know, so I don't care, you know, it's not a big deal. I understand how to survive and what I need to do now. Going to another country, and yes, I have been in a couple, at least a couple or a few earthquakes. There was a 7-point earthquake in it was in the 90s, I think, 92 or 91, 2 or 3. In Oregon, and I slept through most of it, but I did feel it. But yeah, I've been in a few different earthquakes. They weren't too bad, and I know that in Thailand they get earthquakes and stuff like that quite a bit. So I'm aware of that. Yeah, so those are things, guys, that I'm definitely interested in. I will see. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I do want a pet. I want a pet at my place. I just don't know how that's going to work out, because I need to make sure I'm going to be there long enough for that to be something that makes sense to do. Now, which I do plan on, I want to enroll in the the course for cooking and or learn the language, because if I do that, then I'm guaranteed to be able to stay there for a year. So I will be trying to do that, but I may do that after my 3 months to kind of just stretch out everything. But I'm going to do it the right way. There's a female YouTuber who is basically doing that same thing. She barely just moved there a few months ago, and she moved there with a tourist visa, and then she just got her classes for, I think, cooking classes or the language, and so she's now set for a full year in Thailand. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And if I do that, then I want to see about getting a pet. I'm going to check out my options, guys, because I definitely want one. I'm not sure if I want a cat or a dog. I think I want a cat. I do believe I want a cat. I may also want a bird. I do not know yet, but I'm thinking about that. But those are the things, guys, that I am looking forward to when I get to Thailand. I'm sure there's something else in there, but I'm not thinking of it. But those are the main ones that I've just been thinking about so much. And it's just awesome thinking about it. It keeps it in my mind, keeps it fresh, and it just motivates me. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys have anything that you guys want to ask me, you guys want to add to the video or whatever like that, as far as, things that I might want to consider when I move to Thailand, then please leave those in the comment area. Also, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That helps my channel, and I really appreciate everything. Also, if you guys haven't already, why don't you guys consider subscribing to my channel? And then lastly, hit the notification bell, guys, so that way you guys are notified when I am uploading my videos. I'm trying to get these videos out every week, guys. I appreciate you guys' patience. I appreciate you guys coming here, checking out my video. And do me a favor, guys. Share the video, just, with someone else that might want to know about my content or might be interested in my content. That helps the channel as well, guys. But with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming by, checking out the video, showing me support. With that being said, I'm Real King, y'all. Y'all take it easy.